In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use a prompt to create an image in Google Flow, and we'll also discuss some of the settings. So I've got my prompt on my phone and I'm just going to copy it over to Google Flow. So here is the prompt box here in Google Flow. So let me explain what we're looking at right now. So we're inside a project, and inside the project you have the spot where you can upload your media, create a collection, create a character, create a scene, and this is your prompt box down here. So this is where you have all the settings. So let me copy over this prompt. Hopefully it works. Yes, it does. So that's the prompt that we're going to use. So we can turn this into whatever we want. We can turn it into a video, we can turn it into an image. For the purpose of this video, we are just going to turn it into an image, and we are doing a text to image prompt. So if we click down here on our settings, you want to make sure we have image selected, and then we can choose whichever we want, whichever size we want. So I really want to create this as a profile picture for YouTube. So I could either go 1:1, but I do prefer how 3:4 looks when creating images. Because I don't want to have to resize this, I will choose 1:1, but we can do a few generations to see what they look like anyway. And here you can choose how many generations you want. So a generation is how many images that you want. So do you want 1, 2, 3, or 4 images? Some people like to work with 4, but I generally like to work with 1 or 2 so I can see how the prompt looks before burning through my credits. On the plan that I'm on, it will be using 0 credits, and I think also with image generation it's 0 credits. But whichever you choose, always make sure that you look at this little box here to make sure you're not spending credits, especially when it comes to video. And you can choose either Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana 2, or Nano Banana 2 Lite. I have not used Lite before. I usually pick between Pro and number 2. So we can run this a couple of times to see what each one looks like. So we'll just run this one here. It's also really great to double check your settings when running your generations, just to make sure that everything is correct. So while that one is loading, I am going to reuse this prompt to create the image again. But instead of Nano Banana Pro, I'm going to create it in Nano Banana 2, and we can let those run. So both our images have been generated, and to be honest, I can't see too much difference in between the two Nano Bananas that we use. So this one here was Nano Banana Pro, and this one here was Nano Banana 2. There's some slight differences. Obviously the image itself is slightly different. Every time you generate a new image, it is always going to look different. So if I run this one again from this image here, this image is going to come out different. So that can be the beauty of running the images maybe 3 times as a batch or 4 times, because each one that is generated will look different and it gives you a little bit more variety. So that's how you create a text to image a text-to-image generation in Veo. I'm confusing myself with all this language. If you're a beginner too, it will confuse you too. So what I mean is you put a text prompt in the prompt box and you choose an image. So this is text-to-image generation.